late at night, tapping at the keyboard, looking for lipstick, lotions, and eyeliners. They are the ones who schlep bags from minivans to bathroom closet shelves filled with your shampoos, your sunscreens, your sanitizers. They are the everyday green moms and women of the world. And they are increasingly skeptical of everything you represent. I come from this world. I speak their language. I feel their frustrations, their concerns. These are my people. And between this world and this of the summit is a giant cavernous gap. Maybe you've noticed this before. As if there's some sort of pressure preventing the two worlds from coming together. What if we, in this room today at this summit, were to bridge this gap? Your marketing strategies and communication are the bricks and mortar of this bridge. And to do this, we need to understand what is out there shaping and influencing your people, your consumers, and how they perceive you. We know that many of them spent a lifetime of being not green, but mainstream, until they encounter a trigger. And they possibly come through this through a book, or a blog, or a life experience that changes their direction, and they start on a new quest. I, too, for most of my life, was the consummate mainstream, ungreen mom. I shopped according to flyers, coupons, and those cute little orange clearance stickers. And then came my trigger. It came in the form of a Reese's peanut butter cup-sized tumor nestled up against my chest wall. I spent my late 30s going through surgeries, radiation, and chemotherapy so that I could have the chance to be one of those green moms. And it was during this time of the yings and yangs of chemotherapy that I realized that I, too, had a mission, that I wanted a better body, a healthier body this time. And I wanted a healthier body for those children of mine. And my husband, he wanted a healthier body too, he just didn't know it yet. But this is when I fell in love with many of you. Your marketing beckoned to me. It was a come hither with that green swirly font. Your words guided me and educated me. You offered products that were so much better, so comparatively better than anything I had known in the rest of my branded life. I also fell in love with them, with their thinking, how they feel, the transition, the journey. I fell in love with the change that women go through, you know, from mainstream to green. This became my passion. And now I live this through my website, Choose Wiser, and I travel across the country speaking to women's conferences and at celebrations, at hospitals and at universities. I link arms with them, and I listen to their questions, and I immerse myself in the trenches of the green moms. I love doing what I do. And I'm here today because I want to share how imperative it is as we go forward in the marketing and bridging this gap to understand that these green moms and women who we referred to yesterday as possibly as confused, as they are being influenced by other industries in the green world, and they're rapidly changing their journey up and outside of the cosmetic industry. Politics over there are modifying the perceptions of your product. Emotions that are growing over here are molding their expectations of your brand. For example, over in California, 3,000 miles from here last fall was Proposition 37, the right to label food for GMOs, right? Now, we understand that this particular proposition failed by a few percentage points. But the organizers on Yes to 37 were wildly successful in a different way. They took a very elusive and complex topic of GMOs and through their marketing, flipped it upside down so it was discussionable. And when something becomes discussionable, it came up and out of California and rippled across the nation, and an empowerment was felt among the moms and women. That empowerment is, we don't have to be the scientist. We don't have to be the chemist to be the protectors of our own bodies. It's pretty powerful. Because now they turn around and they look at other things. And they look at other words like endocrine disruptors, phthalates, and they're not so complex anymore. And these words are now filtering down into everyday conversation, into Facebook posts and blog topics. This is what's happening up and outside of this room. A more recent event, even further away though, is the horse meat scandal in food products. That solidified a spirit of not in my home. Now, amongst you and business-minded people, I could actually imagine sitting down with you and having a discussion about horse meat could actually be a cost-effective ingredient in a food process. Or how horse meat is minuscule compared to the amounts of hoofed animals we already devour, right? I mean, we could be onto something here. But the fact is, these green moms and women and consumers on both sides of the ocean and in countries around the world said, not in my hamburgers, not in my meatballs, not in my home. As these type of convictions are growing deeper in your market, they again turn to the cosmetic industry, turn to their bathroom closet shelves, turn to those labels, and they start to feel those hot buttons that have been out there are turning taboo. Parabens, synthetic fragrances, anything carcinogenic. You can discuss them and market them as much as you want until the cows come home. The women, household by household, are drawing that line and deciding for themselves, not in my home, not in my body. Some of the companies in this very room started the green movement years before I ever came into this. Some other companies in this room may be sitting there thinking, I'm good. I got the best product since organic sliced peaches in a BPA-free can. I'm all set. But what has happened in a few short years is that comparatively better than the rest is no longer good enough. Green consumers are escalating rapidly, and they are searching. They want everything you were talking about yesterday, and these choices exist. That's the exciting part of this. They want the whole product. Yes, they want your sustainable packaging. Yes, they want your social difference and to support it. And yes, they want those kind ingredients. And they want the whole truth. They want the right claims, the labeling, and the full disclosure. They want the transparency. They want the whole product. Maybe this is a marketing nightmare. I can't imagine what it would be like to be in your seats at this time in our society. It is no longer good enough to make your product 10% better than it was yesterday and call yourself green. It is no longer good enough to save a country around the world and then use harmful ingredients in your own product back here and on the shelves. And when you do, and if that's where you're at, then they perceive you as a greenwasher. You are nothing but a black mark in their mental Rolodex as they go on their journey. They feel insulted, and they're feeling outraged. And that's the piece that's simmering and growing right now. And the organized ones, they make spreadsheets, and they share them forwards in the old-fashioned type of social media and in the new social media. Or maybe this is a marketing dream, because here we are, once again, the frontier wide open for the taking. So today, enjoy the brilliant presenters that you have lined up in front of you. I hope that they leave your mind spinning and electric with ideas that you're going to go take back, and we're going to bridge that gap together. And me, I'm going to go back doing what I do. And I'm returning to start off a Whole Foods tour where I'm going across New England, town by town by town, and I'm reaching out and giving those women a lift, inspiring them, and handing them over to you. If I am successful at what I do, then you are successful too. But if you are not there for me with the whole product and the whole truth, the whole thing, then everything I do is a waste. See, in the end, it is not me that bridges this gap between us. It will be companies in this very room. Enjoy your journey today. Thank you.